Hey everyone, I just want to make a quick video about a build that I used as a casual Elden Ring player. Elden Ring is the only Souls game I play, and I was really struggling with the DLC. Seeing some of the stuff online, I think a lot of other people are struggling too, so I just beat the final boss in the DLC, and I wanted to show you guys exactly what I used to honestly make the boss a breeze. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the build. So, it's a little bit cheating, but I'm using the Sword Lance, which is from the new DLC about midway through. I think it's cheap to show you beat the DLC with a DLC weapon, so this is the weapon that I used to beat that DLC boss, the Spike Spear. This thing kinda sucks, I'm gonna be real with you. I tried to make it work. I was already thinking about how I wanted to do a great shield build, but honestly, I think the Blasphemous Blade is what I used in the base game, and I think I could have killed that boss that drops the Sword Lance with the Blasphemous Blade. I'd recommend just using what base build is working for you. See if you can take out that boss. If not, equip this great shield right here, Fingerprint Stone Shield, and throw on the Spiked Spear. Frost build-up was really nice on it. I wasn't proccing the bleed nearly as much as I wanted to, but I had no arcane, so maybe it would be better. But with the build I used to beat the final boss in the game, I used this Sword Lance. This thing is incredible. But it's only incredible because of this Fingerprint Stone Shield. These great shields are incredibly OP. What I didn't understand is that you can attack from behind the shield. You can go toe-to-toe with bosses who are attacking you instead of rolling for your life. You can hold L1, I'm on PS5, you can hold L1, block, and also spam R1 and go toe-to-toe with them. It changed the way I play the game completely. If you're struggling, throw on this shield. You will immediately see a difference. So, now that we got the weapons out of the way, how do we complement these weapons to get the most out of them? Well, I ended up going with a cold build because I noticed that the frost buildup you get when you put on a cold Ash of War. I'll go ahead and show you. One thing that makes this Sword Lance so great is it's not a boss weapon somehow. Even though it drops off of Remembrance, it's like a normal weapon. So when you come in here, you get the plus 25 with normal smithing stones. I didn't even get it to 25. It was on 24 when I beat the boss. But you can come in here, use any Ash of War you want, put any affinity on it. I tried Blood. It didn't work too well. But I didn't have any arcane. I ran out of tears. I didn't get to try it. What worked for me is the cold affinity. It still has B strength scaling, and the frost buildup is honestly insane. If you bring your mimic out, you're both stabbing the boss. His health melts. It did way more damage than I was expecting it to. Try the cold out. If it's not working for you, another one I want to try, but haven't yet, is this like Sword Knight fire type of build where it buffs the weapon and it's faith scaling. That's probably the next build I'm gonna try, but that cold build just melted the boss. It was incredible. I recommend going with that. So, with the Ashes of War and the affinity out of the way, how else? We should probably talk about the stats. So, one thing I realized when I equipped this great shield is that I had been neglecting my endurance big time. So everything when you're using this shield uses stamina. Your attacks use stamina, your blocks use stamina, and your rolls use stamina. So it turns out that endurance is your main stat for this build, and you cannot neglect it. I had 50 endurance and it wasn't enough. Every talisman I'm using also helps with endurance in some way. So with that in mind, I got endurance to a level where I felt comfortable. I got my vigor to a level where I felt comfortable, which is pretty much maxing it out. It's the soft cap, I think. And then I dumped the rest into strength, because that has the best scaling on both my shield and the lance. In terms of armor, you want to have somewhere between 60 and 70 poise, is what I found online. Anything above 70 has a lot of diminishing returns. So try to get as much poise as possible while still meeting that medium load cap. You don't want to be heavy rolling and have a heavy load. But, so with that in mind, my thinking with the talismans was, how can I get the best out of my stats and my weapons? So, the two-headed turtle talisman is incredible. This one is a non-negotiable. It was night and day when I put this one on. It's very easy to get in the DLC. I looked up a video to find it today, actually. It took me 5 minutes to grab. You can run by everything. This helps so much against boss fights. Definitely put this on. Next, the Great Shield Talisman. It says it boosts guarding ability. What that means is every time you block, it takes less stamina than if you would not have had it on. Whenever I blocked a boss's strings without this on, I was running out of stamina. Put this on, I still had half my stamina bar left. And then the Turtle Talisman helps you fill that stamina right back up. It's fantastic. Shard of Alexander. I was trying to use the Impaling Thrusts more. This one I could swap out. Didn't feel great about this one, but I just wanted to show you all the build that I just finished the final boss. This is what I use, so I wanted to keep it authentic. I might trade this one out for even more damage negation, because the name of the game here with this build is just surviving. The frost buildup will do the damage with you and your mimic. You'll kill the boss, but you just need to stay alive. So I think I would swap that out. Finally, Erdtree's Favor +2. I was having trouble getting my equip load to not heavy roll, and also having at least 60 poise. That's the main reason why this trinket is on, or talisman, excuse me. But if I could find a way to get my poise up without heavy rolling, I would probably take that one and swap it out too. For my Wondrous Physic, I am running again 2 stamina mixers. I didn't play around with these too much because I just honestly steamrolled the boss once I figured this build out. Again, I'm a casual at this game. I don't have too many of these, but I'm interested. I don't know if cold build-up works with magic, but that might be worth something. But again, you have enough damage. It's really just surviving these bosses. They kill you in 3 hits. So just keep that shield up, stay behind it, and you'll get the boss down. But yeah, I believe that's everything. Great runes. I didn't have to pop one. I'd probably use... I only have Radons and Godric's. Either of these would be fine with the build. But again, didn't need it. The weapon and the Great Shield is just so OP. But anyway, just some closing remarks. This build is cheesy. It's OP. My personal thought about that is, if I don't have many hours in this game, you know. If you want to finish the game, my plan is to go through and do another playthrough, not use the Great Shield. I want to try these twin blades out. Here, I thought these Relana's twin blades looked really cool. Tried to use them, got them to +10. I was getting smoked, and I really just wanted to see the rest of the DLC. But yeah, I mean, there's stuff in the game. Use it. Don't let people with a superiority complex tell you that you're not playing the game right. I mean, it's a game. You spent $40 on it, so might as well see it through. Don't get frustrated. Don't hit that wall. Pop on this Great Shield. Pop on the Lance. and you'll fuck up everyone in the DLC with this. So I just wanted to share this with y'all. It's what I used because I was stuck. I found this out. I used a bunch of larval tears, so you guys don't have to. But yeah, I hope this helped you guys. If you did stay till the end, thanks for hanging around. I know this was a rant slash a lot of things, not very well edited, but if you stayed till the end, thank you, and I hope this helped.